Anyway, so you got caught with a police officer's badge.
Never.
You did. Everybody's talking about it. I just don't understand how people are so fucking dumb.
No, I want to bet.
Okay.
$5,000. We exposed the badge right
realistically, nobody has ever suggested that you're a cop.
My criminal background.
They think you're a snitch, not a cop.
Carter, family, Carter, gang. What it do, y'all? What it do, y'all? Back with y'all with another one. Now, Adam22 and Wack had they, annual Wack show, I guess, that they have every Sunday. And Adam22 grills Wack about the badge and make him explain that situation. You hear me? So y'all rock with me real quick. Check this video out, his explanation, and let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna come back with what I think, right? And I'm gonna let y'all know what I think. And I want to know y'all's in the comments. If you already been rocking with me watching the videos, please hit that subscribe. If you already subscribed, hit the like. It gonna help the algorithm, help to get the video out there. But check out this clip on Wack100 explaining why he had that badge, man.
Fucking badge thing without talking about some other random
on a one-on-one. If 1090 ready, then we could do that. If not, they'd do that later on.
Yeah, probably run down in your ass. Can we actually talk about the fucking badge thing without talking about some other random thing? So you were on stream with Snoopy Badass, not together, but separately, having a conversation. And then you were fumbling with your wallet and people saw a badge, which you just showed me. It's like a friend's that. Oh, we're not supposed to. Okay.
I went to buy some 15 fertilizer. For those of you guys don't know, if your sprinkler stopped working, you're gone from the house a week or two, and you got brown spots, 15 fertilizer. Put it on there, water it heavy, come back green as bud. And I just happened to go pay for it. And I mean, my wallet's been my wallet for like 10 years, 8 years. So I just opened my wallet and they happened to see the badge.
I feel like I don't like this makes me think less of people that they are falling for this. Because like Remo's telling me that people that we really fuck with are hitting him up completely convinced that you're a cop and like they just want to know what we're going to do.
What who going to do? If I was a cop, what is no jumper supposed to do?
Stop fucking with you, I think.
Oh, that's how that works. Y'all gangsters, what the fuck is?
I mean, I guess that's like what people expect us. I mean, it would be kind of weird if we had an undercover cop with a show on the podcast.
But here goes the thing, bro. Now, see, here goes the common sense factor. This is why I have no respect for the streets. If a dude's undercover,
right?
Do you think he's gonna have a badge in his pocket? Undercover, at any given time, his homies or anybody could search him.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think I don't know what undercovers got. They got a code word.
But they definitely don't have a police badge.
I mean, I don't have a police badge.
Like, why would they do that? Like, why would the cops just? Have you ever heard of that? An informant? They like them so much. It's like, here's a badge. Carry this with you.
I don't have a police badge. You want me to?
Why would you have it with you?
You want me to call? You know what? This is what we're gonna do.
Oh, good.
We're gonna call my daughter, and we're gonna see if she knows about this badge and where it came from.
Well, your daughter could easily be part of this conspiracy.
No, not at all.
Yeah, she's part of it.
No. Well, she is because she kind of got it for me.
My point is just that anybody who's dumb enough to think that this is true probably isn't going to be convinced by a phone call.
Baby girl.
Yes.
Okay, you're live on No Jumper. Hello?
Hello?
You're live on No Jumper. You hear me?
Yo. She's over your ass.
Oh, shit.
Oh, she blocked you.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. What number did I call?
This is the daughter that was there when White Dolomite did the prank on you.
I think I might have hit. That might have been somebody fucking totally different. I think I called the wrong number.
You don't know your daughter's name?
No, she changed her number until to call me back.
God, you're on the outs.
Yeah, but she kind of got it for me because it came through her. Well, she really didn't, but you want the real story?
I mean, I get it. It's like it says friends on it or whatever. Like you got it as a gift from somebody.
Okay, so this is what it is. My daughter has a friend, and she would travel with us.
Okay.
And you know, my daughter's friend, I treat her like she's my daughter. So my daughter's first class, she's first class. If I take my daughter shopping, where I didn't take her to London, Paris, everywhere, I'm gonna let her shop. So I guess she told her dad, you know, like, yeah, Dad, I get to fly first class with him and whatever.
Well, you'd probably have to be talking to the dad if you're going to be taking a random girl that's not your daughter on trips and stuff. Right?
The two women were talking.
Okay.
I didn't really know the dad. I don't know if they were separated or whatever. But the dad, I had a it was the graduation. The graduation, they both went to graduation, so the dad showed up. They did it in my backyard, you know, all the pictures and BS, right? And so when he showed up, he pulled me to the side and introduced himself to me. He said, I got a gift for you. Now, this particular dude is an ex-street dude.
Okay.
From out of, I think Legend. He from like Legend or IBC, one of the two, the Inglewood area, right? He said, yo, I got something for you that'll come in handy for you. So he gave me this little wrapper. So I opened it up and it's the wallet. I said, what's this? He said, it's a officer's family credential, right? I said, well, what is it? He said, every officer gets like officer's wife, mom, dad, son, brother, so on and so forth. So what it is just kind of a thing amongst the officers that if you pull somebody over and you see that, they'll give you a little amnesty.
Right.
And they do it because they want the other officers to respect the people they gave to them, right? So when you look at the badge, you open it up, you're going to see what it says.
Yeah, it says police officer's brother.
It says officer's brother, right?
Police officer, Los Angeles police officer's brother. I mean, I feel like this is almost like a bastardization of what this is supposed to be used for, right? Like, you would think that they're only giving it out to law-abiding citizens and not,
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
You're a flamboyant gang member.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
No, you are, for sure.
What makes me a gang member? Let me ask you. No, I'm going to give you...
All you ever do is talk about being a gang member on here.
How dumb Wack think we is, bro? Hold on. So you say your daughter, homegirl, daddy gave this to you because you be flying them first class. Man, if you don't get up out of here, bro, you got that because your buddy is the police. Your buddy is the police. So they gave you the little family badge protection, show mercy, show leniency, and let them go when you see them, especially if it's some traffic, something minor, right? So you put your daughter in it. That's why when you got your daughter on the phone and you like you on no jumper, bro, she hung up in your face because she know you lying. She like, oh, you had no jumper? Oh, you in character. I ain't finna be a part of the lies you spilling. The daughter didn't want to be. She hung up, right? He said, you on no jumper. You didn't hear no more, but the dad told. Because the daughter know, oh, he on some BS. So you gonna try to run it like, oh yeah, my daughter friend, daddy gave me this. What? Stop it. Knock it off. Your homeboys that be giving you everybody paperwork gave you that. You hear me? I know y'all ain't falling for that. I ain't falling for it because a liar gonna tell a half truth. The truth in it is that probably is a badge a police could get to their family members to show that it's cool. But you ain't supposed to get that to the homies, right? Nah. They gave you that for your undercover missions. When you doing your thing, the police to let you go because you working for them. You doing the devil's work, you know what I'm saying? So they got to give you that badge to let the other devils know that you on the team. This ain't a police badge, but this shows that you on the team. So he basically said that badge is a free get out of jail card as long as you ain't murdered somebody, right? But we supposed to believe you got it from your daughter, homegirl, and you take your daughter shopping on first class so much that the homegirl done been so many times, the daddy feel obligated because you show his daughter love to give you that badge. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. they ain't just gonna be giving him out just because, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. And he say he don't even know the dude. They ain't even know the dude. Like, come on now. Them are your friends. You got that for your relationship with them boys. So how many is y'all buying this? Cause I sure ain't buying it. I know some gonna buy it. This was a nice one though. Like, this was a nice little, cause I ain't never heard of that type of badge. So I give him credit. But of course we ain't never heard no shit type of stuff like this, because we ain't in the law enforcement field like that. Right? Wack is. So with Wack, you'll learn all kind of lawful things. You know what I'm saying? You learn all kind of lawful things. So nah, man, I ain't buying that. That's a play. Your homeboy gave you that. Now, some other news Wack and them was up there talking about is this Freeway Rick Ross situation and his paperwork. Check this out.
You gonna see he's telling.
In the defense case, Ross's attorney called Los Angeles Assistant U.S. Attorney Michael Emick, the prosecutor in the Big Spender trial, and elicited testimony about the nature of the case and the extent of Ross's cooperation. Ross's defense, however, focused on a claim of entrapment. Dr. Melvin Bouquet, Ross's former tennis coach, testified that Ross had complained that someone was harassing him to do a drug deal despite Ross's protest that he was no longer involved in the drug trade and he had gone straight. James Gallipeau, a Los Angeles probation officer who had worked with Ross on anti-gang projects, testified that Ross was addicted to the drug business and was very vulnerable after he was released from jail. Ross's girlfriend, Marilyn Stubblefield, testified that Blandon and his wife had made frequent calls to Ross. Oh, okay.
Keep reading. He's gonna tell.
Ross testified on his own behalf and told of his story in the drug trade. He testified that his business had grown rapidly once Blandon began to supply him cocaine at a low price. Ross said that he and Blandon became friends as Blandon taught him about the drug trade. Ross testified that he tried to get out of the drug business after his run-in with the corrupt officers in Los Angeles, but Blandon kept trying to pull him back in. Ross said that he always did what Blandon wanted him to do because he was De Niro, you know? He was like, my God, my number one person. I wanted to be De Niro. Ross testified that Blandon was still involved in the drug trade after he moved back to Miami, and that both Ross and his partner Ollie Newell negotiated drug deals with Blandon there. Ross testified that even after he moved to Cincinnati to get out of the drug business, Blandon kept pulling him back in. After Ross moved back to Los Angeles from Cincinnati, he tried to stay away from drugs and follow his dream of working on a performance theater for youth in the neighborhood, but instead he found himself arrested in the Ohio charges. When he was released from prison in Texas, he was working as a garbage hauler, trying to earn money to pursue his dream of organizing community theater, but Blandon contacted him and asked him to call Blandon collect in Nicaragua from a payphone. When Ross called Blandon told him that Tony had stolen money from Blandon and that Blandon needed Ross to help him to earn money back. Ross testified that he repeatedly told Blandon that he did not want to be involved in drugs, but he nevertheless maintained contact with Blandon because he wanted to sell Blandon a car. Ross said that he asked about the price of drugs in the tape recorded conversation because it was just a habit to ask. Although he had no desire or ability to conduct a drug transaction. Ross testified that he was in the palm of Blandon's hand. I was like his puppet. You could pick me up. You know, he could tell me to do almost anything. And I would have done it for him. Ross said that Blandon had asked Ross to kill someone for him before, but that Ross had refused because he had strong feelings about killing people. Got to give it to him on that.
He telling about him trying to get him to do a murder. Keep talking. That's one telling.
Okay.
No, some more.
I gotta keep reading?
Yeah, just a little more. The good part's coming.
By the way, this is the kind of dude, just for the record, he has his Threads notifications on.
I don't know what that is.
Threads is like the Twitter clone that Instagram started. That I didn't know anyone had their notifications on.
I don't know what that is.
Ross stated that he had not participated in the negotiations between Chris and Blandon, but had merely been present. Finally, Ross testified that he agreed to do the drug deal with Blandon because Leroy Brown was lending Ross money for his community theater and had promised to forgive the loan if Ross introduced him to Blandon. Ross testified that he had never intended to engage in drug dealing until Blandon started calling him. Yeah, and then this next part is conviction and sentence.
Yeah, okay, no, just the 3-part, right?
Okay.
So he tells on the whole operation. This is some more paperwork too.
So this was after he got out of prison.
You read it?
He did what, like 20 years?
Whatever.
Then he gets out.
Whatever the
trying to live a straight life. Somebody starts trying to wrap him back up into the game. I don't know
whatever it is. What I told him is what I read prior to, that had nothing to do with telling on police. That ain't the LAPD. I don't care about Ross telling on LAPD. And you know, at the end of the day, everybody knows you know me. I know you was like, okay, Wack's about to flip.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, the more you live, the more experience you get, you realize the streets was a myth. You know what I'm saying? We used to look up the dudes like this, Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas and Al Poe and Freeway Rick. And you search hard enough and niggas live long enough, there's always a crack in the armor. Nigga always say something at some point in his life. It is crazy. I would have never thought it. But he did tell them cops, but people be like, you know, them cops, like, so he got a pass on that. But this dude wasn't no cop, right? This dude wasn't no cop. So it's like, man, the streets is a myth, y'all. Go to school, get you an education, get you a business degree. Think you are a great business plan, get you a business loan and start you a business, man. Be a boss and be a CEO, whether it's a small, medium, or large company, man. It don't matter, man. Because the streets ain't nothing. Like, the realest ones you'll think can never fold. Like Freeway Rick Ross is a legend. Legend, you feel me? And the big meat, just like I said, the Nicky Barnes, the Frank Lucas, the Sammy the Bulls. So many people I remember looking up to and seeing from a distance, like, yeah, they that 1%, they that 0.1%. When it comes out, they wasn't. They just made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be an A1 hustler, but still fold. Still fold. Ain't nothing like taking away a man's freedom, taking him away from his life, his woman, and putting him in that cold cell surrounded by none but men. Like, the hardest, man, that'll break the hardest of the hardest. So all y'all kids that's growing up, you know in your heart that you ain't hard as steel, like, don't do this. Cause even Tookie never folded, right? But before he got executed by the state of California, he said he was tired, he was ready. He would rather get executed than keep living. He wasn't tripping. Right? He was tired of that journey. So even the hardest, that'll break you. Right? So, man, the streets is a myth. Man, get your education, get your money on the right way. See, dudes like Rick Ross, they had $1 million minds. Frank Lucas, they all had $1 million minds, but they put it on illegal shit. So, instead of putting your $1 million mind on something illegal, just put it on legal. And you'll be more successful, more affluent. Take that same strategy, dedication, and mental capacity to something legal, and you could enter monopoly and be great. You know what I'm saying? But until then, man, it's Carter Gang TV. Hit that like if you stayed this long, man. If you ain't subscribed, man, you better subscribe. You feel me? And until then, man, I'm out this thing.